At first, we might have despised her for her overconfident attitude and desperation to team up with the strongest set of players, but admit it, we grew to love her and her gorgeous locks of hair as the Netflix series Squid Game progressed. Yes, I'm talking about Han Mi-Niao, also known as Player 212. If it's been a while since you've watched Squid Game, let me refresh your memories. She's the person who we cheered for when she was plunging down to her death, taking the evil duck suit with her. Yes, she is our hero. And yes, she might be a little underrated. So for those of you who have rooted for her character since the very beginning, this video is for you. Because today, we will be tackling everything about this brave and reckless character who pretty much lifted a lot of the serious scenes in the series. Get ready for some spoilers, and as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell first for more updates. Now, let's plunge in. If you get the pun, then we're all proud of you. Han Mi-Niao is a key character in the first season of Squid Game, a South Korean Netflix drama series set in a Hunger Games-like island, run by, well, just wealthy people. Mi-Niao is a devious woman who entered the Squid Game in the hopes of winning enough money to ease her financial problems. She was the first player to shout and beg at the Squid Game guards to stop the games after there were many eliminations since the first game of Red Light Green Light. Since that very first episode where she said her first phrases, we knew that something was going to be really wrong about her, and she did not fail our theories. She continued on to be one of the most desperate characters in Squid Game, a woman who would obviously cling on to anyone just so she would not die in the games. So, let's face it, she can be one of the most realistically relatable characters in the series. She just did what she had to in order to survive. She's the full-on survival mode icon. She was initially allies with Jang Dok-soo and his team. She even had her own moment with the said antagonist, but she is deceived later on, making her vow vengeance on the mobster. As a result, she joins the squad of Gi-han and Song-woo. Unlike the other contestants, nothing is known about her life, aside from her claims to have a newborn child, whom she had yet to name before the first game. Yet, apart from these very little facts we know about her, there are still things that you may have missed. From her age, down to her mysterious passing up on the marbles game. Here's everything you may have missed about the character Han Mi-Niao in Squid Game. Mi-Niao's baby strategy might have just been just that, a mere strategy. When Mi-Niao tears and begs the guards to let her go with the others after surviving the first game, she mentions that she has a newborn baby waiting for her at home, whom she has yet to register the birth since she has yet to name him. And yet again, she still came back to volunteer for the games, after hearing about the whooping 45.6 billion won prize, without mentioning her baby again. We all know that if you're a mother who just recently gave birth to an infant, knowing you can die inside the games will somehow knock some sense into you and not go back to the games instead. In addition to this, how did she lure mobster leader Dok-soo into having an intimate scene with her in the bathroom stall just after having a baby? Anyone who has had a baby knows this would be impossible just after birth, let alone the physically demanding games she was participating in. For the rest of Squid Game, she proves to be a highly manipulative player, often lying and stealing to secure her survival in the subsequent rounds. Notably, she never mentions her baby again, nor does she act as if she's recovering from a recent birth. Thus, this suggests that she is never stating the truth about her baby in the first place. She survived the marble game despite having no partner. Why wasn't she eliminated? Han Mi-Niao makes it through the marble round, but if she had no one to play with, why was she allowed to live? As the contestants are instructed to couple up, Mi-Niao discovers the hard way that there are an odd number of players left, making her the odd one out. Mi-Niao begs the others to pair up with her instead of being eliminated, but it doesn't work, and she is carried away by the guards. However, following the marble game, in which a number of Squid Game's primary cast of players perish, the surviving players are astonished to discover that Mi-Niao is still alive and eligible for the big prize. The simple explanation is that the organizers of Squid Game want to maintain the appearance that all players are equal. When no one pairs up with Mi-Niao, it's primarily due to the uneven number of players remaining, and their dislike for Mi-Niao is secondary. If Mi-Niao had found a partner, leaving someone else without a partner to play with, that player's survival would have been secured instead. Killing Mi-Niao just because she lacked a partner to play with would contradict the frontman's claims that Squid Game is about fairness and equality. In short, Mi-Niao was spared after the marble game, not just because it's the fair thing to do, but also because the show had a much more awesome death planned for both Meow and Deok-su. Their shared death is certainly a fitting tribute to the two most volatile characters to wear the Squid Game player uniform. The English subtitle translation doesn't do justice to the story's societal commentary. For us non-Korean speakers, we might see the entire series as flawless, but for Korean-speaking viewers, the series had much deeper social commentaries than we thought. One fan who's fluent in Korean shared a now viral TikTok in which she highlights how the English translations of the subtitles have resulted in meaning being lost in some of the dialogues. This was especially true for the character 212, whose lines were particularly changed or decontextualized in the English translation. In one specific clip, the given English translation for a line from Meow awkwardly reads, "I'm not a genius, but I still got it worked out. Huh." But per translation in the famous TikTok video, the actual line is closer to, "I am very smart, I just never got a chance to study." This, according to the TikTok user, is a popular saying in Korean media, roughly meaning that Meow is probably street smart, but not formally educated like some of the other contestants participating in Squid Game. This video is only one of many examples of how Korean popular culture and deeper connotations are lost in translation. But it's a particularly noteworthy mistranslation considering what it indicates about the game's unequal backgrounds, with some contestants having formal or even embellished educational histories and others not. Given how the guards and creators of the imaginary Squid Game have frequently emphasized to the players the need of justice and equality, the enormous variations in background, talent, and ability among the contestants puncture this narrative. How old is player 212? Han Meow's age has not been verbally exhibited in the series, but we examine the clues to her age and why it's kept a secret. In real life, Kim Joo-ryung, who plays Meow, is 45 years old, but that does not provide a definitive answer for the age of her character. Meow is deceptive as a character, and her age is a part of her mystery. Within the in-universe logic of Squid Game, Meow does not have an athletic build, and many of the games in the Squid Game competition are athletic in nature. Forced to use other talents, Meow's devious nature probably serves her better. It gives Meow an advantage to keep the other players on their toes. In episode 4, Stick to the Team, Meow plays a guessing game of her age with gangster Deok-su. His guesses are 49, 39, and 19, only the last of which satisfies Meow in an obvious placation. Squid Game acknowledges that Meow's age is as unreliable as her loyalties, demonstrating her deviousness. However, this unpredictability would inform her eventual fate. The story of Squid Game keeps Meow's age ambiguous to contribute to the unreliable nature of her character. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more videos like this.